Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
The OTC, Roman Reigns, opened tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw, but the show was slow to truly get things kick-started. However, the segment would end with a bombshell tease from the Tribal Chief. After Roman Reigns made his entrance in Oklahoma City, just days before Survivor Series 2025, he was quickly interrupted by a ghost from his past, Cody Rhodes. Just like October last year, they will be teaming up, but under different circumstances. Cody Rhodes welcomed Reigns to his team, and the two had a bit of a back and forth, agreeing that they didn't necessarily like each other. Soon after this, CM Punk came out, and he and Reigns agreed that they both hated Paul Heyman and the Vision. Punk took an issue with Cody Rhodes calling the team his, and Roman Reigns roasted both of them by telling them to just take it out and measure it, taking a dig at the egos of both world champions. However, the segment ended with a bombshell tease, with Reigns telling them that the title would look better over his shoulder than theirs. However, he didn't specify whether he was targeting CM Punk's World Heavyweight title or Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship. He walked away, leaving the two top stars stunned. It didn't exactly seem like the teammates were united. Reigns mainly seems to be invested in the Usos, with whom he has had a lifelong association outside the ring. In comparison, Team Vision seems a bit more unified on the front. For the War Games Advantage match, Paul Heyman paired Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul to face the Usos, while letting them know that Brock Lesnar would be there, and he would be searching for Reigns after the OTC sent him packing a week ago. Here is a 1,000-word creative write-up based on your headline. Roman Reigns drops bombshell tease on WWE Raw before Survivor Series 2025. The WWE Universe expected chaos on the final Monday Night Raw before Survivor Series 2025, but no one expected this. Roman Reigns, the once untouchable Tribal Chief whose every step sends shockwaves through WWE, returned to Raw with a message that left the locker room shaken, the fans breathless, and the entire Survivor Series card hanging in the balance. For weeks, rumors swirled about Reigns' future. He had disappeared from SmackDown without warning, the bloodline was splintering again, and Solo Sikoa's rising power had cast a long shadow over the family legacy. With Survivor Series approaching, many believed Reigns would stay silent, perhaps even skip the event entirely. But when his music hit near the end of Raw, done, the arena erupted like a volcano finally exploding after months of tension. Roman stepped into the ring slowly, dressed in black, hood pulled low, jaw tight. He looked nothing like the corporate-friendly megastar fans had seen during his championship run. This Roman was colder, sharper, unpredictable. And the WWE Universe knew instantly, a storm was coming. The silence before the bombshell. The crowd chanted "Tribal Chief." But Roman didn't acknowledge it. He simply raised the microphone and let the noise fade. There was no Paul Heyman by his side. No Usos. No bloodline. Just Roman, and whatever truth he had come to deliver. "When I left," he began, his voice low and lethal, "I thought WWE would fall apart without me. I thought people would realize who made this place relevant. But instead..." He paused, shaking his head with a faint, dangerous smile. "Instead, I watched clowns pretend they could replace me." The crowd booed loudly, knowing exactly who he meant: Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, even Jey Uso. Roman continued, eyes locked on the hard camera. "You can't replace greatness. You can only run from it." The audience buzzed, anticipating something massive. Roman paced slowly, absorbing every second of the tension. "But then I realized something else. Something bigger. Something that none of you are ready for." He stared into the camera with that familiar, unsettling calm. "That's why I'm here tonight. To warn you. Superstars rush in, and get blindsided." As Roman spoke, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce nervously walked out, trying to keep things under control. "Roman, whatever you're planning for Survivor Series," Pearce said, "you're not even part of Raw anymore. This is SmackDown business." Roman cut him off with a glare so cold the arena fell silent. "You don't tell me where I belong," Roman growled. "I decide where everyone belongs." Before Pearce could respond, Drew McIntyre's music hit. The Scottish Warrior stormed to the ring, jaw clenched, clearly fed up with Roman inserting himself into another major event. McIntyre paced in front of Reigns. "You want Survivor Series to revolve around you again?" Drew snapped. "I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you showing up only when it benefits you. If you want the spotlight, you can take it. But you're going through me first. The crowd erupted for the potential clash. Roman smirked. That's the thing, Drew. I didn't come here to fight you. Then Roman stepped face to face with McIntyre and whispered into the mic. I came here to end you. The crowd gasped, but before a punch could be thrown, the lights flickered. An unexpected alliance? The arena dimmed to red and gold. A familiar deep voice echoed. Acknowledge me. For a moment, fans thought maybe Heyman was returning. Instead, the Titantron flashed a symbol no one expected to see on Raw. The Anoa'i crest. When the lights returned, standing behind Roman Reigns was a returning Jimmy Uso, who hadn't been seen in months after Solo attacked him and wrote him off TV. The crowd exploded as Jimmy stared down Drew McIntyre with fury in his eyes. Roman turned back to Drew, raising the mic again. You're not the only one with something to fight for, Drew. You see, the bloodline may have been broken, but I didn't come back to destroy it. He paused. I came back to rebuild it. The crowd roared. Reigns continued. And at Survivor Series, we're taking back everything that was stolen from us. The bombshell tease that shook WWE. Reigns lowered his voice. You all think Survivor Series is about Raw versus SmackDown. About champions versus champions. About the new era stepping up. He shook his head. You're wrong. Then he dropped the line that instantly trended worldwide. At Survivor Series, the real bloodline returns. And we're bringing someone you don't see coming. Fans screamed in shock. Who? Jacob Fatu? Naomi? The Usos reunited? A debuting star? A returning legend like Rikishi? A New Japan monster Reigns handpicked? Roman didn't elaborate. Instead, he simply ended with, prepare yourselves. Because when the bloodline comes back together, WWE won't survive it. He dropped the mic, but before he could leave, Solo Sikoa appeared on the stage, flanked by Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. The two bloodline factions stared each other down, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Jim Uso climbed the ropes and yelled at Solo, challenging him. Solo glared back, silent but deadly. Roman stepped forward, locking eyes with Solo. The arena exploded as the two most powerful bloodline leaders in WWE history faced each other, no words, just war in their eyes. Then Roman smiled. A dark, quiet smile that terrified everyone. See you Sunday, he mouthed. The screen faded to black as Raw ended in one of the most chilling cliffhangers of the year. What happens next? With Survivor Series only days away, WWE fans now have more questions than answers. Who is Roman's mysterious returning ally? Is the bloodline about to reunite, or collide in the most violent family war in WWE history? Will Reigns insert himself into the main event despite not being scheduled? Is this the beginning of Roman reclaiming his throne? One thing is certain, Survivor Series 2025 just became the most unpredictable event in years. Roman Reigns didn't just return,